Matt, how are you?
Chilling. Just here.
So much excitement, dude.
No. None.
Let's see. Rafa, do you got a little bit more excitement?
We just finished an epic 2-hour Roundtable show.
We don't have excitement
Well,
either. Real
well, that's
Madrid
a
lost
rant.
too.
Hey, but Club America won, so we took
Nobody
care of
cares
the
about
Toluca
Club
fans.
America. Hey, how Madrid do? Oh, that's right.
It's all right. We're still only being game behind. No biggie.
You know it's bad when AJ's talking trash to Rafa at the J game.
How about American midfielder? Whoa! Somebody, we got an echo coming through. Is that me?
Yes.
Yep.
Possibly.
Oh no, that's not good. Let's try this. Hold on.
Can we go to Jonathan?
Do that.
We can, yeah. I will say, like, you sound fine now, Royce. I guess it's just maybe a case of, moderate your volume or something, perhaps. Anyway, speaking of, you guys were talking about your teams taking L's. City took a W this weekend, so I guess that's positive. Plymouth Argyle, not the toughest opposition, and City let them score first. But hey, 90 minutes, use them all, get the win. So I'm doing better than a few of you guys, I suppose.
All right. And joining
us
tonight.
Did you guys know?
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead, Royce.
Did you guys know there's a setting on this app for echo cancellation if you're using headphones? So, FYI, that's something I didn't know. And I just found that out. So, Matt, I see you're wearing headphones. Jonathan, I see you're wearing headphones. Turn off that echo cancellation. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough on my part. All right, let's try this again. Welcome to the SanAntonio FC
Hey, will
Fancast.
you introduce Ben?
Yes. Let me get to it. Give me a second.
Gee, Harry, come on.
So first we have Harry. Harry, how are you? Where do you know? We don't care. Rafa. We also have Rafa. How are you?
Just finishing a high school show. Ready? Now they changed outfits.
Nothing changed.
To go. I just went to the new provider, so here we go.
Now you're echoing, Rafa. I hear you echoing. So turn off that echo. And also we have Jonathan Check.
Royce.
Is it? Okay, whatever. Jonathan Check, how are you?
I exist. I'm alive. I think we already did these. Next.
Yes.
Matthew, beside all your football teams, how are you?
Same old. Nothing's changing.
Wow.
Still bad. Got it.
My guy's just down in the dumps. And we have special guest, our kit archivist for SanAntonio FC. You know him, you love him, from the North End. Ben Hester. Ben, how are you? Welcome to the show.
I'm good. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Ben's like, man, I'm better than all you guys already.
I know. It's tough. This is our toughest start, and we have a special guest. Ooh, boy. Okay, anyway, let's get this thing off started right. Let's try to recover. We need to recover. So let's get into yesterday's result from the pregame match, final pregame match of the preseason match of the preseason against Houston Dynamo 2. It ended in a 1-1 draw, and we had a goal from one of our newcomers. Harry, do you want to take it away?
Yeah, so the match started with Sanchez, Gomez, Cronelli, Tainer, Jimmy Medranda, Soto, Dimitri, a trialist still, Jorge, Lacava, and Agudelo. Dimitri scored on a assist from Tainter. Let's see here. From reports, it was off of a long pass from. Let's see here. A long pass off of Tainer, and he did a good job putting it in. And of course, the video is fucking right now. Well, who's clapping in the background? That's what I want to know.
Have you not noticed that they pump in fake audio for those? Have you not noticed that?
No.
Yeah, that's a little bit of editing for sure. They add a little bit of field audio, but they mostly have kind of pumped in noise. So little secret there.
I love the reaction. There is no reaction from the SAFC guys for Dimitri. It's like, oh, okay, hey, you scored. So,
yes. So what I do want to talk about this, it seems like a nonchalant thing, but one thing that we discussed about this goal that something to look for, I guess. I don't know if it's concerning, but it's definitely something to look for, is this was obviously a pass from Mitchell Tainer on the left side of the defense. And if you watch the video, it goes to Arofiev, who is forward on the right side of the field. So this is a cross field over everybody pass, a real big pass, kind of like Marcina Ball 2.0. And I don't know if that's going to spell what's going on in the future, but do you find that a little concerning, or do you think that's just an opportunity and they took it? I'm going to throw it to you, Jonathan.
Yeah, I mean, not to tee up his counter argument, but Harry and I were kind of going back and forth about this, and this is a discussion we'd had last week, in case some of you didn't listen to that show yet. At this point, I don't know why you would even really go back to listen to it anyway. Anyway, yeah, it's you take the chances when you get them, and I understand that. I understand if they saw an opening, and that's something that after the match against El Paso, Jake LaCava in particular talked about, is trying to exploit space in behind. So if it's there, you take it. But at the same time, I think you maybe raise an eyebrow and say, okay, well, is it concerning that direct tactic is where SAFC has scored 2 of its last 3 goals? And obviously, we saw the game before these in Corpus Christi, or most of us did at least. It wasn't quite as direct there. And we don't know about the other 3 preseason matches, but I guess it's something we'll keep an eye out for over these first few weeks of the actual season, when we actually get to watch the games and SAFC and other teams can't say, nope, sorry, it's closed door. We'll have to see, is SAFC getting a variety of opportunities, or is it mostly just that direct path that they've taken for the last couple of goals? Goals are goals. They all count the same. Just, I think this SAFC team, the way it's being described, is supposed to be a little more varied, have some more nuance in their attacking creation than essentially Route 1.
Rafa, how did you feel about that? Do you have any other further analysis, or are you kind of are you on the side of Jonathan, where it might be a little concerning, or are you on the side of Harry, where it's more, hey, it's an opportunity, take your opportunities?
Well, you did mention Tanner was on the left side, right? And then the cross and the pass was sent to the right side. So that's the switch, and that's something that we have not done the last 3 years. Basically, anything that we send long was just straight and direct from that side. So basically, that play is if they switch the field and then played it kind of direct. That's new, and we saw some of that in Corpus. They were switching the ball to the other side. They weren't being like direct, but like I said, just switching the play, getting numbers up. So I think that's a dynamic that Moses is going to install that we haven't seen, but it's going to work. Like I mentioned, if the space is there to do it, you're going to do it. You'll see some direct passes trying to get behind because, like I said, we do have some speedy wingers. If they can get behind the defender, they're going to cause some problems, and maybe also end up being goals for us. So, or crosses back to the middle for Aguadelo. So it's not. I don't think it's nothing to concern. If it is more direct, then yeah, that's something that we have to worry about and so forth. But I think this is just a new dynamic that we're gonna see switching the field from one side to the other. Just kind of we want to spread them out, and I think that's what he wants to do going forward.
Aguilar 210. Hello, everyone. Rafa, Real Betis 2, Real Madrid 1, Barcelona in first. Really, Raiders?
3 points. Yeah, Raiders. Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Did Royce leave?
Who's up?
Did Royce leave?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I hear him.
Matt, are you not paying attention?
Matt.
Oh, just for my 2 cents. Are we forgetting all of the goals that we scored early in preseason that were off of headers and corners? Are we forgetting that? So why are we making a big deal about back-to-back games where we've scored 2 goals on passes that were more direct? I don't understand it. I will take the goals however they come. Well,
yeah, I'll push, maybe not push back on that, but say, particularly with headers and set pieces and stuff like that at the start of preseason, arguably maybe those goals are a little easier to score sometimes, particularly if you're dealing with some of the defenses SAFC, college teams in some cases where maybe they're just not as physically tall and able to get up there and challenge for those balls. Maybe they're not as defensively organized. You look at any of the teams SAFC played, because obviously it's still kind of preseason even for the pro teams. So you can maybe explain that away. Again, this is something where once we're able to watch matches every single week, once we see potentially the patterns developing between the goals SAFC scoring, we'll have to have this discussion if it becomes an issue. And maybe it's not. Maybe SAFC does have that variety of chance creation and scoring. Who knows? But we're just working off of the patterns we see and all that right now.
So why don't we ask the star of the show, Ben, what his view is? Where does he lie with it here? Is he on Team Harry or is he on Team Czech? I think it's pretty obvious, but we'll ask him.
Well, unfortunately, I wasn't able to go to Corpus and I wasn't able to go to the El Paso game. So I just haven't really seen enough of it in person to really give a good opinion yet. I guess check back with me in a couple weeks and I can give you a better idea.
That's cool. All right, so we do want you want to transition to the kits now? Well, hold on before we let's do the little intro video first here, and then we'll talk into it.
city built on history,
So sounds like that. Couldn't hear the. All right.
culture, and passion.
So you can hear it now, but you can't hear it on the video. So the video showed, but did not sound for that here. And basically, these are the kits that they're looking to do for that here. The three that they promoted, they didn't promote the goalkeeper kit, which is a yellow kit. I want to say it was similar to last year's for that here. Ben, your thoughts on the goalkeeper kit?
I mean, is
Or
it
kits
it's safe
in
to
general?
say that is it safe to say that's the best goalkeeper kit we've ever had?
I think it is.
I mean, I don't think it's really all that close. Our goalkeeper kits have tended to be fairly tame, and unless you just don't like that Fiesta colored, I don't know how you couldn't think that's the best goalkeeper kit we've ever had.
Rafa, your thoughts? You're on mute, Rafa.
Sorry about that. Like I said, Charlie really rarely ever misses on kits. As you can see, I have one right now from Charlie. This is like a all-star game one for Liga MX. So they make pretty good kits, good size. But for the SAFC ones, like I said, the home one, the goalkeeper one really kind of stands out. We'll see. I'm kind of interested now when they have the third alternative jersey, how that's going to be. Maybe they come up with something, some kind of unique design. I know they've done some like luchador style. You've done it's kind of different logo patterns. If you ever look at Liga MX teams are sponsored by Charlie, check a look at some of their kits. And but this is disappointing. Like I said, I already ordered mine and looking forward to wear them on Saturday.
Do we know when they're going to be ready for pickup?
For what I was told, this coming week. Crossing fingers because we don't know.
I
What could
think the
happen.
website said March 6th.
Yeah, so I'm crossing fingers.
Then, so historically, Ben, your thoughts on how these stack up with SAFC's history?
Okay, so I'm gonna be totally honest. I think my first thought, I saw you guys at the jersey reveal, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
was that from a distance, it looked very much like a pretty plain black shirt and a pretty plain white shirt. The more time I've spent looking at the designs, the more and more I'm really liking them. The pinstriping that's different on one side of the jersey than the other, the river obviously that kind of divides it up, the subtle pinstriping of the away jersey, and the incorporation of the piping in the neck and in the sleeves. I just think it's something that you can really tell that these were not a template that they came and said, here's your choices of templates. We'll put your colors on it. These are actually custom jerseys to SanAntonio.
Jonathan, your thought?
Yeah, kind of building off of that, real credit to Charlie for working with SAFC to do not only nice jerseys, but jerseys that have that SanAntonio touch to them. Like you guys have referenced with some of the colors. I'll take your word on that. I'm colorblind, so I can't be sure of that. But in terms of the design, I agree with you guys. That goalkeeper kit in particular is a really kind of striking design. It'll stand out. Like Esther was saying, there's not really not much competition in terms of goalkeeper jerseys. They've usually been very safe. So that one really stands out. I've even heard some people saying they kind of wish that was maybe the main home kit. As far as the away jersey, it's all right. Again, I think that one might be more kind of if you can see the colors and appreciate them, that might add something to it. But for the alternate jersey, I think it works. Those usually aren't where SAFC swings for the fences. And then the home jersey, obviously, with the outline of the river, that is iconically SanAntonio. I will say initially I'd said that SAFC wasn't too aggressive with that, or SAFC and Charlie weren't too aggressive with that. In retrospect, I think maybe it would have been a good idea to be a bit bolder with the outline of that river, because when you're getting to look at them up close, you say, oh, okay, yeah, there's the river. You can see that. When they're down on the field, when they're running around, it's maybe not going to stand out as much. I think someone had already said at first glance they thought it was just kind of a black jersey or whatever. And it kind of reminds me a little bit, if we can go back a few years, of 2022, where SAFC had the sort of blackout kit. And it's one of those where, like, if you're up close, you think, okay, yeah, this is really cool. But then when you're having to look at players, like little ants down on the field, you're going, okay, maybe this wasn't the best idea after all. Maybe we need to make a couple tweaks to make it more visible, to make the details stand out a little more. But I think it's fair to say for this first season under Charlie, SAFC cooked. They're good designs. Hopefully they stand the test of time, and we'll see what they have in store for potential third and other kits.
Matt, your thoughts? You're a youngster. Let's see what your thoughts are. Did they nail it for the young hipsters like yourself?
I mean, they nailed it in such a being a worker for the city. That Rio jersey kind of connects with me due to my father working for the railroad, and it just I feel more of a connection with the Rio jersey. But they didn't miss. They didn't miss at all. But we gotta give justice to the Nacho goal jersey. The one like that one? The yellow one? That's what I'm calling it. The Nacho goal jersey.
The Rico's Nacho Cheese kit.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I'm calling it. But yeah, mine's the Rio. The Rio's gonna be my favorite.
Yeah, they're pretty nice for sure. Definitely like the Rio kit, what it means, what it represents. I did talk to Taylor with SAFC, and he told me that that Charlie was different because they requested artwork basically, and just said we can make whatever you want to make. So that's really set them apart. These seem to be custom kits. That goalkeeper kit is unbelievable. That's got to be one of the tops, just period, in the pantheon of the SAFC kits in history. But the away jersey has some subtle touches. The Fiesta colors are in a panel underneath where the arm goes. So if you ever see somebody raise their arms in it, there's Fiesta color panels there. And I'm really hoping they also sell the shorts for those, because I think the shorts are the star of that kit. Those look unbelievable.
Yeah, for me, I thought it was great. My first reaction was the goalkeeper kit. I think that was the reaction for everybody for that here. My son loves the Rio kit. That's the one we got for him. I like the Viva SAFC kit. I won't lie. The only problem is it's white, and I'm scared if I buy it and it gets dirty. That's the only issue with that one. But as far as like ranking kits, even the goalkeeper yellow one is looks nice. Just like I said here, it's just I think Charlie set a very high bar, and we'll see what they do in the coming years. Because if it's like this, they're going to be hitting some bangers, for that year.
So I showed the manager and the directors for my department who they work on the river. I showed them that Rio kit. I think they're both trying to get one, and I think they're trying to get one for our director because I'm telling you, the only thing that they missed is they cover the horseshoe with Community First.
Yes.
We found where the horseshoe is, and it's literally within Community First.
Oh,
But
that's
supposedly the river's supposed to be on the front and the back, so I haven't
They
been
showed
able
on
to see.
they show it on both sides, but I'm saying in the front, Community First covers the horseshoe. And if they would have had the horseshoe more, it would have made more sense because the horseshoe literally looks like a spur.
What was interesting there was one person missing that didn't show the come out in the jersey is the one that jumped in the river. That'd have been nice for him to come out in it.
Yeah, Tanner missing was. I
stinky
it.
PU. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed it. I didn't mind who was there. Don't get me wrong. But I would have liked to have seen Tanner there for it here. I would have liked to have seen more people there. But I understand they've got family and stuff like that. So
For sure. What was I was going to throw into? So I guess in my opinion, real quick, just to throw it out, since we're doing rankings real quick, I still think Checkers number one. Fiesta, as of right now, is still two, and then I think River takes over in that three spot. But it could wear on me. Honestly, four is that blackout kit just because we won a championship in it. So,
no.
oh yeah, not three, four. Yeah, no, the blackout is number four for me because we won a championship in it. That's just there's that attachment to it. So, Hester, in your ranking, you're the one whose ranking really matters. Where you put this one? Or
Um,
these three, I
I
guess.
I I do actually have I have not released them on social media because I knew I was going to be
Oh,
on with you guys.
an exclusive.
So,
Very nice.
hold on, let me share my screen real quick, and I can.
Are you able to share screen? That'll be something new.
And we're gonna find out.
Yeah, we'll find out right now.
I don't know if you can.
No, it will not. So,
Yeah,
okay,
we
I
couldn't do it on
will.
StreamYard either.
I was like,
That's all
oh, new
good.
tool.
That's all good.
I thought I would
But
try it. So I'm gonna go as far as to say that I think this is our best away kit so far.
Wow.
Um, I really liked last year's away kit. I
I
liked
like last year's. Yeah.
the asymmetrical nature of it. I like if you kind of look at some of our older kits, they don't pay attention to kind of as Royce was talking about the side panels that this away kit has to it, the piping on the sleeves, on the collar. They're kind of getting some of those little details now that I think can kind of just elevate an okay jersey into a good one. Um, I'm with Royce. It goes checkerboard and Viva, and I never really have any problem with that. In the next three or four always kind of trip me up. I agree with the blackout being very sentimental because we won the championship in it. I also am really attached to the original jersey. So the way that I have them ranked is the original home kit, then the blackout, then the Rio for my top five. Yes. Hmm. So as far as overall rankings, I'll put this out later. I put Rio as number 5 overall. Like I said, with the original one and the blackout one, I can kind of switch those all around anytime. I put this away one at number 8, which would be just ahead of last year's away jersey.
Oh, are we? Which? Oh, well, I was hold on. I don't. Oh, it's. Where did it go?
Yeah, I did get a chance before we came on tonight to take a look at that footage. I actually would not be surprised if that's maybe some footage that they use whenever they're putting in a new screen, just kind of to test detail, to test particularly, I would imagine, like color gamut. Are they getting the different shades of reds and blues and greens and all that they're supposed to with that kind of screen? Um, and having just seen the screen in the stadium, as I know some people did at the friendly, some people did at the paint the tunnel night, it's kind of interesting because it's about as wide as it had been before. I guess they figured, okay, we can't really go any wider, but it does look taller. Maybe almost a square form factor, a square aspect ratio. And as long as it's not going to have any dead zones anytime soon, like the previous screen had for the last couple of years, that's always good. So we'll see how much of a difference it makes. But I think everyone knew it wasn't going to be hard to top that old screen. It was showing its age. This new one, if it's more vibrant, if it's a little bigger, only positives.
Hey, Royce, they're saying Jason's saying that they can't hear you. So we've got to work on your settings for next. I hear you.
Yeah, I mean, we hear him. So whoever's having a problem hearing Royce, sounds like a you problem.
No,
I can't hear him.
Matt had it earlier.
Okay,
I
but
can't hear him, and I don't hear him on the stream. The stream.
So how? You know what? I bet you. Hold up. Hold on here. I think let's try this. Let's switch now because I think you came in and out. Let's try this. Try it now. I wonder if we can hear you now.
Testing. We're gonna find out. So, anybody else? Hester,
Now we
you're
can hear
our
you.
honored guest. Do
We
you have
can
any
hear you.
opinions on that new screen?
I'm excited to see it. Like I said, with the injury, I just haven't been able to make it to any of the preseason yet. So I obviously saw that video we just looked at. It looked good to me, and I'm excited to be out there for the opener and see it in person.
And that's fair enough. Okay, let's go and wrap this mess up. Well, this one's going to be called the IT issues episode for sure. Hester, thanks for joining us. Unfortunately, we're definitely didn't have our fastball. It's preseason for us too, so how about that? Um,
I
Thank
feel
you for
like the
anyone that
Dynamo,
joined
man.
us
I
or
feel like the
watched
Dynamo.
from the future our preview show for the preseason match on Saturday. We're going to try to keep doing that. We're really going to try to make a habit of that. And for this preseason show, or the pregame show, sorry, we're doing pregame shows Saturday morning so you can listen to them on your commute to Toyota Field. On this week's pregame show on Saturday, we are going, Harry and I at least, are going to be on, and we're going to go over everyone's predictions for the season, kind of our season preview, and then real quick to preview Monterey Bay at SanAntonio FC. So, Harry, I'm going to throw it to you.
So I apologize to everyone this week. Pretty much it seems like everything that could go wrong went wrong on this show.
Wow. Are we really having issues now? It looks like Harry's frozen. Okay.
No, I'm not frozen.
So, final thoughts. Jonathan, you have any final thoughts?
First of all, I'll say Harry was not frozen, so tech issues on tech issues on tech issues on tech issues. Yeah, and this was even
Thanks
to
for
give everyone
tuning
a peek. Yeah, to give everyone a peek behind the curtain, this was going on even before we went live. Okay, the reason we're going live a little later today is because like half of us had some sort of issue. Who knows what it is? Someone was saying, "Is this the podcast version of SAFC?" And you know, the long injury list at the start of the season. I think the best analogy is more that we had some equipment issues. One person's missing their shin guards, another person's missing their left shoe. Someone just doesn't have a jersey. Strangely, it's not in with the others. So hopefully, this was just a one-off thing. We'll find out. As far as final thoughts, this is it. This is the start of the regular season. A week from now, when we're doing our next, at least our next sort of usual show, the one you guys have been doing for years now, we'll have an actual USL Championship match for SAFC, a whole USL Championship weekend to talk about. As for me, I mean, I don't know if I'll be joining y'all's preview shows necessarily, but I do still plan to do the written previews like I've been doing for a few years now, recaps with some of the sort of interesting factoids and all that. You can find those at bluishmoonblog.wordpress.com. You can go to
not blushing moon.
yeah, I know what it's supposed to be, so I can say it right. Or if you want, links to those, you can still find me on the Bird app. People are still using
in the YouTube description as well.
Well, there you go. Still on the Bird app. I'm on the Butterfly app too, Blue Sky. So whatever tickles your fancy.
Rafa, final thoughts?
Just looking forward to the home opener, and like what Jason said on the comments, make sure everyone comes out to the tailgates. Come hang out with us at 119. Should be rocking there too. We have some stuff planned. Make sure to support your SGs, and also, like I said, looking forward to see how this team kind of reacts. With the crowd here, this first game. Like I said, I'm not saying they have a lot to prove, but I think starting off with a good showing, because like I said, we've seen some from what we've seen so far. It looks promising. We'll see what a full Yomosa pressured game is going to be like, and it's like I said, I'm excited, and I can't wait till Saturday.
Matt.
Matthew?
Same. Come out to the tailgates and come join us. I think we're supposed to do a supporter episode. I don't know if that's still in the works, but yeah, just keep posted on the Premier SAFC fan page on Facebook, and you'll just see all the announcements there.
Ben, your final thoughts.
Once again, thank you for joining us. You have any final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, just thanks for having me on, guys. I'm just like everyone else said, excited to be back in Toyota. So it should be a good one this Saturday.
Absolutely. I'm very excited about it. Listeners, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking it out because this was probably a roughest show we've ever had with our IT issues, our audio issues. We got to figure those out. Peek behind the curtain. We just had a start with a new platform for the pod, and we're still kind of getting the bugs out of it. So we got some stuff to figure out. But thanks for tuning in. Looking forward to Saturday. And we'll see y'all out there. What's life without goals? See ya.